It's got the acai berry. So back then, 13 years ago, that was the big buzzword. Everybody was talking about the acai berry, but at the time, no one knew where to get it. Oprah was talking about it, Dr. Oz was talking about it, but it was very, very hard to find. Hi, Tracy, how are you? And so he told me about it, and I remember just saying, well, how do you do it? Because I thought, I'll go call on chiropractors or gyms or Whole Foods. And, I was a stay-at-home mom. My boys were 3, 6, and 9 at the time. I'd been in corporate America, pharmaceutical sales. That was my most recent. I really envisioned myself being a big corporate America person, like being, a vice president of the company or working my way up, the sales manager for a territory. And every job that I did, I was always, the top salesperson or top this or that. And not because I was great at selling, but I was passionate about what I was doing, and I had a very strong work ethic, and I truly enjoyed what I was doing. I love to be around people. I love to encourage people and lift people up, and I love to have goals and set out for me. And so I had decided to stay at home when my second son was born. That was probably my greatest challenge. Staying home, because I love to work. I went to school and got my marketing degree, and I'd worked since I was 14 years old. I remember I worked at a store in Tulsa called Poison Ivy. If you're watching this, you might remember that store, and it was a retail store in the mall. And I remember putting on my application that I was 15 and a half or 16, because you had to be that age to work, I think 15 and a half, and I was like 14 and a half when I got the job. Again, because I love to work, and every time they held contests, I would always win, and these older ladies were always so mad, like, oh my gosh, she's so young, how can she do this? But I loved doing it. So I loved working. So after my second was born, it's kind of something Corbin had always hoped, my husband, is that I would stay at home. And to me, that was the greatest challenge, and I wanted to do it. I wanted to be there for my kids. I wanted to watch them grow up. And so I did that. And it was a few years into it, hey, Ashley, that my brother-in-law told me about the company that I decided to get involved in, because I thought, you know what? I didn't know I was looking, but I guess I was. And my kids were at the age they were going to a Mother's Day out, or they were napping, and there were times within my day that I could make phone calls and I could do stuff, but I didn't want to go work. I didn't want to be tied down to a job or a boss or certain hours. And Corbin had a great job. Our kids were in private schools. We had a nice home, drove nice cars. I didn't need to do this income-wise. I just kind of wanted to do it for me. So some of you watching, you may be looking for something that's just for you, something that could be your own spending money. So I told him, do you call on chiropractors, doctors, what is it? And he's like, oh no, it's one of those things, network marketing. And I'm like, oh, no. And Corbin came out of the pantry door and said, no way, you're not going to do it. All our friends will run from you. You're not getting involved. And how many of you feel that way? Like, I can't do that. A lot of you out there probably mock your friends that are doing it and kind of snicker behind their back. But deep down, you're thinking, gosh, it would be nice to bring in a little bit of extra income, or geez, they're having a lot of fun, or those products are amazing. The fact is, in this industry, the products that are out there are amazing, and the only way to get it is from your friends who are out there sharing it, because I don't sell what I do, I share it. If you believe in something, you tell everyone. Just like if I go to my favorite restaurant, one of my favorite restaurants in Tulsa is East Village Bohemian Pizza. I love the atmosphere, and I tell everybody about it. When people come to Tulsa, that's where we take them, because I love everything about it. Now, they don't send me a check and say thank you for coming or thank you for referring your friends. Every time I go to the mall and I find a great outfit or a great brand or a great hotel, I'm posting about it, but they're not calling me saying, hey, let me give you a gift card, let me pay you for sharing that. That's what this industry does, is it pays you to share. It takes out that middleman. It takes out that advertiser and endorser. We're not doing that. The company's paying us directly for going out and sharing amazing products. So the way that this industry is set up is pretty phenomenal, and I love it. I actually think, I always said they should teach it in college, and it's funny they do, because my son goes to the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. Yep, so let's go win the national championship. I know I have a lot of Clemson fans out there, a lot of friends. So it should be a great game, but it's interesting because he went and sat down with one of the advisors at the school, and they had researched Corbin and I and said, I see your parents are entrepreneurs in network marketing. You really should look at a degree in entrepreneurship and take one of our classes, network marketing. That's huge. They should be teaching that in college, because everything you do is word of mouth. I want you to think about whatever business that you or your spouse or your friends are in. 90% of those grow by word of mouth, whether it's a great experience, bad experience, people share it, right? That's all we're doing. So Corbin said, yep, roll tide, Rhonda, that's right. Corbin said, no way over my dead body. And I thought, what if? I told him 3 days later, because I couldn't get out of my head, I said, what if it's the next biggest thing? And I had said no, we'd be sick about it. What if a friend knocks on our door and says, hey, have you heard of it? And I'm like, yeah, I could have done it 3 years ago. My husband said I couldn't. And he's like, well, you can do it. One night a week, your girls' night out, your bunko, your gossip, whatever you girls do, you'll quit in 3 months, and I'll never have to hear about it again. I hate, I told you so. How many hate, I told you so? No way did I want to hear that. So my goal was just to make enough money to pay for the product. If I could just get the product for free and then have a little bit of extra spending money, I just wanted pedicure, manicure money. I didn't have dreams of mansions, $1 million and trips and cars. I just wanted my product for free and make a little extra income and have some fun with my friends while doing it and helping people get healthy. And that's exactly what happened. So he said, you'll quit. And I said, no, I won't. And so I just started calling my friends saying, hey, I think I found something. It's a way for us to get healthier. Corbin said I can have one night a week. I bet your husband does too. Let's go out and do this. If we can just make some money, we can keep doing it. I mean, shoot, I was like, okay, this is my night out free card. Which is so funny because I started sharing it with my friends. The product helped them. They loved the product. But then they started to see the income. See, I didn't get in this for the money. The money was secondary. All of a sudden, people are getting healthier. People are starting to make checks, and my check starts going up. But I found myself always asking my friends what they were making, because that was my first goal, was to make sure that they were getting their product free and they were making a check. And it became so exciting. That company, after 3 years, so I joined about 18 months old. After 3 years, they went to $1 billion. I remember at 18 months when I joined, they became a debt-free company. I thought that was big. And then after 3 years, $1 billion. Not many companies can say they went to $1 billion. Very few have done it ever in their first year. And the founder of our company has taken 2 companies to $1 billion. But for me, I always said I'm not in network marketing. I just happen to be in this company and I love it, and it happens to be a network. Well, we find ourselves in that same position today. So after 13 years, helped so many people become debt-free. I think we've over 160, 70 people became millionaires within our team and the system that we were a part of, and through our story and things that we were sharing. So now, today, we know what we're doing. I didn't know what I was doing 13 years ago. And hey, we stumbled pretty good. I think 14 of our friends, 15 right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, became millionaires. None of us expected that. And we really changed kind of the future of a lot of families, because if 15 people can become millionaires, think of how many became thousandaires and 100,000aires. And that's what this is about. So no matter what company you're with, I mean, I'm proud of you, and I say go for it, because I think this industry is phenomenal. It's so good for the stay-at-home moms. I mean, there's young girls right now coming out of college that are young, getting married, but one day having young kids, and they want to be home and they want to raise their kids. This is the perfect opportunity. There's guys out there working a couple jobs just to make ends meet. This is perfect in the nooks and crannies. There's guys out there that love their jobs, but maybe they're not challenged anymore. And so this is something that they can do on the side. And it's also something that can bring husband and wives together for a common goal to build together. I don't know if you just saw Kimberly in one of the posts that, and I'm going to repost it on my page because I want you to see it. You know, a single mom who's raised a daughter all on her own. Her daughter is 15, almost 16, and this Christmas was able to buy her a car. So it was so cool to watch the video of her daughter opening up a key to a car. Right now she's in Paris. I remember 9 months ago her saying, hey, when I hit diamond in the company, you and I are going to Paris together. Of course, crazy enough, her sister is getting married and decided to have the bachelorette party. I mean, what kind of a bachelorette party is that in Paris? And so I didn't get to go, which I'm sad, but at the same time, she got to go. 9 months ago, she put this out there. She was going to go to Paris when she hit diamond. She hits diamond and she's in Paris. And I'm so proud of her, and she's posting all about it. And that could be you. Why not? You know, so many of us want to hold ourselves back, and we want to believe that we can't do it. It can't be done. That's for somebody else. I don't want people to talk about me. I don't want people to laugh. I don't want people this or who cares? The last time I looked, none of the friends that didn't join me, or none of the friends snickering right now about this video, are paying my bills. They are not paying my house bill. They're not paying my car payment. They're not paying for my kids' college tuition, because I have one out of state and a second one that will be going out of state next year, and a third one that's already said he's going out of state to the University of Alabama. You roll tide. So we've got things to pay for and we've got bills and we're actually really good at this. And why are we good at this? Because we love helping people. I always say this is an industry, if you love people, this is right up your alley and perfect. And we've got great products to share and a great industry to share as well. So I watched Kimberly paying off her bills totally debt-free, 18 months or so into this business with us, and she's just getting started. And that can be each of you. I look at my last company, 18 months is when I joined. At 18 months, it went to $1 billion in 3 years. Guess how old the company is I'm in right now? 18 to 20 months. We really had our official launch in May of 2017, so that was our grand opening. So we're really just getting started. So this is your opportunity. Why not you? Why not create your story? Why not look at all these stories? We spend so much time on reality TV watching all these other people and their stories and living through them. Live through your story. Be your own reality TV show in your household, because every one of you can, and what you can create is something so special. Because I said yes, we were able to get financially free. Corbin was able to walk away from corporate America after a year of being in this business, and now for the last 12 years, we've built this business together. We've traveled the world on, I think we're counting 50 or so plus free trips around the world. Our next one's gonna be to Greece, Santorini, Greece, #1 on my bucket list, and we're actually gonna be going this June. And we're taking the kids. It's for free, but we're taking the kids because Drake is graduating. We thought, what a great graduation present for him. So I want each of you to take a pen and paper. I want you to start writing down your goals. I want you to write down your dreams. And I want you to say, why not? Why can't it be you? And also, what if? What if I'm telling you and you say yes can change your life forever? Would it be worth a few no's? Would it be worth a few friends not picking up the phone? It's worth it because I'm living proof of it. So I want each of you to write down your dreams, write down your goals. If you're watching this right now and you're curious about what we're doing, curious about our company, look, we're 18 months old, debt-free, just like our last company. We've done phenomenal sales over the last 2 years, closing out 2017 and closing out 2018, bigger than any other network has ever done in their launch. Our founder has helped 2 companies become $1 billion. He's going to help this one do the same. It's not if, it's when. And now we've just launched that we're coming out with our own CBD, a liposomal CBD. I want you to look up liposomal. That's a big deal because liposomal means 100% bioavailable. What your body needs, your body is going to get, and it's 0.0 THC. So it's going to be clean and pure. And I'm telling you, the world can't wait until we launch it. We had this 2% pack that you could get, a 2% profit sharing, and it ended on New Year's Day, but they had to extend it this week because over 1,000 people had left